Please welcome the keynote speaker, Professor Hsiao Wei Lin, the chair of ANIH Advisory Committee. Her speech topic is Taiwan's Roots of Industrial Heritage, cornerstone of Asia-Pacific Network for Industrial Heritage.
Hello, good afternoon. Dear colleague, I'm Hsiao Wei Lin. It's my pleasure to be here to present the Taiwan's Roots of Industrial Heritage, cornerstone of Asia-Pacific Network for Industrial Heritage. Currently, I'm a board member of TICI and also chair of the advisory committee of ANIH. So we have been working on this Asia network for quite some time. Today, I have two major points I would like to share with you. The first part is about the ANIH's Asia network. How do we develop it and what's our future plan? The second part is about how to build up the cornerstone for ANIH. So we use the Taiwan's root of industrial heritage as an example, talk about the concept and also the current potential Taiwan's root of industrial heritage for you. I think most of you already know the existence of ANIH. So the ANIH is following the international tendency. So in the international, we already have a TICI, and also last year we have the e-commerce scientific committee on the industrial heritage. So we can see the global growing importance for the conservation of industrial heritage. So based on the idea which we proposed in year 2012, we host the first TICI Congress in Asia in Taiwan. At that time, we proposed the idea of ARI. And also at that time, we make the Taipei Declaration on the conservation of industrial heritage. We recognize that we have the need for the Asia network. It's because we have some common characters. So for example, like vanilla car and handmade industry, which is deeply related to the natural resource in Asia. The second part is about the colonization policy. Many of our Asian country has industry imported by colonizer or countries in the Western world. So the third reason is because most of us have some compressed industrialization or process. Therefore, we have, based on this kind of common character, we should have some network to work together. So we also recognize the industrial development in Asia is very different from its counterparts in the Western. So we seek connections between us. So the original conceptual ideas from Asia root of industrial heritage, ARI, which we proposed in 2012 at TICI Congress. Then we finally realized it into Asia network of industrial heritage, ANIH, as a realistic practice. So in order to set up ANIH, we already worked for 3 years. ANIH is established in year 2018. And because of the lack of the information and different development, so we would like to fulfill the gap to enhance the ANIH network's content and also stretch the multiple cooperation. Therefore, we urgently need more countries to participate. So today we also do some demonstration in Taiwan because we want to have individual efforts from our partners. Then we can together build up this Asia network. So later I will talk about how the Taiwan's root of industrial heritage is built. And our vision, in fact, is to think about the inward and outreach. So we would like to enhance the ANIH's contents and the multiple cooperation in the future. So first of all, I would like to introduce you about the Asia network of industrial heritage. I think many of you already noticed that we have an ANIH website. On this website, you can find out our objectives. The objectives is to promote industrial heritage value in Asia, and we also established a website for the information change and sharing. And the third part, we would like to construct a network to work together with different sectors. So the progress of ANIH at this moment, we already have one office, as you can see on the screen, and we also already have the official website. And if you haven't get on the web, please go on and have a look. And we also established the advisory committee, and we issue a newsletter, bulletin, and calling for international correspondent. On the other hand, we also established our partner organizations. And this year, we are going to do more, holding some more thing activity and training facilities. And we also had the first advisory committee meeting this year. So based on this work, you can see the progress. The ANIH is gradually progress. Yeah. So this is our structure of organized work. And we also support some exhibition, forum, and partnership. So in the future, the ANIH's work will have a regular meeting, and we are also work on the cooperation partners, and also we continue to do our publication in order to enhance our content. And on the other hand, we also established a working group based on these 4 targets: theory, interpretation, education, and inheritance, and publication and promotion, and discover and inventory. Hopefully, go through these further plans, we can make ANIH's work to be more international. Okay. And as we have mentioned earlier, due to all the Asia country has a different level of development. Therefore, we urgently need this kind of to fulfill the gap of information. So in Taiwan, we started doing this as an example. What we are doing now is we try to establish Taiwan's root of industrial heritage. The concept is actually get influence from cultural landscape. So following the e-commerce cultural landscape convention and the doubling principle, so the conservation of industrial heritage has explored to the contextual conservation, cultural landscape, and the serial heritage. So until 2005, we have a cultural landscape was added into the amendment of the Cultural Heritage Preservation Act. So this lead to the conservation of large-scale reuse site and root of industrial heritage. The second influence for Taiwan's root of industrial heritage is from the cultural roots. So based on the cultural root of the Council of Europe, and also the Rockbit regional roots and e-commerce cultural root charter, and 2008 European root of industrial heritage, we find out our criteria and also the operational guideline. Go through this theoretical review, text analysis, and field summaries. Then currently we select 10 potential routes, including the coal mining industry, oil industry, forest industry, sugar industry, and salt industry. And they were organized into 2 types of routes: scene routes and regional routes. What we call the scene route, this is emphasized on the representation and the context of important industry. It tends to be a virtual route and to close regions. And the second type is the regional route. It's an integrated strategy to promote the regional industrial heritage and cultural experience. It is more physical route. So we will explain that. So these routes are on progress. So there are 5 industry and 10 potential routes. So for example, this is one of the Sing route, the route of industry of sugar industry. This is based on the diversity of sugar factory all over Taiwan, especially on the west coast. And most of them are built during the Japanese occupation time. So they introduced a new technology of sugar making refinement in Taiwan. And this bring up the industrialization of sugar industry and also lead to the Taiwan's industrialization in terms of many perspectives. Therefore, on this side, you can see there's a lot of anchor point. These are the factories which can support the idea of the route of industrial heritage. The route consists of two types of site, anchor point and the site of interest. Anchor point are the site with more historical and technology significance, providing high quality service for tourism. They are gateway to regional and an information center for the site of interest in the region. And site of interest, they are slightly smaller and with more general industrial value. So they are more small. And the other type is regional routes. The routes of a dynamic sugar making of Hsiao Wei sugar factory. This ongoing production of Hsiao Wei sugar factory and its suburban is a witness to the historical context and the regional development. This site also integrates with dynamic working system with connection to sugarcane field, railway, and sugar making. Therefore, it is a great potential as an industrial route. So in here you can see the Sing route, which is a more virtual and close region, and the regional route, which is more physical. We also have other regional routes, such as coal mining industry in Shifen and Pingxi. So along this coal mining railway, there are many sites and mining sites on this one. So this already has several museums, such as Taiwan Coal Mining Museum and Hodong Coal Mine Ecological Park. It's already a ready-made regional route. On the other hand, we have a regional route on the forestry. So the route of Alishan Forest Railway. This railway, 72 kilometers, start from 30 meters up to the 2,450 meters. So along this way, it's also a physical way to demonstrate the forestry in Taiwan. And not only those, we also have some other potential routes, such as salt and so on. And all of this, we hope by this serial heritage of a cultural roots can help to promote the value of industrial heritage and generate the economic values. Furthermore, it can help up for the connection between countries. So finally, let's come to the vision of our ANI. So in the future, we hope we can be more outreaching to enhance ANI's contents and cooperation. So give an example for this potential connection of oil industry. So for example, like the Chuhuangkeng coal mining, oil mining, it's dated in 1861, and it's get influence from American and also Japanese and also from China. Because it start with the buying the machine from American and also later on Japanese company, and after 1946, China Petroleum Cooperation from Yumen, they come and help with the support of Chuhuangkeng. And nowadays, the company CPC also has some oil field in Indonesia. So if we go trace this kind of historical roots, we actually can see to see this industry connection with abroad. For example, this is American one, and this is what we can see in Japan in terms of historical connection and technical connections. Yeah, and this is Yumen because we have the technician from China to set up the oil industry in Chuhangkeng. And this is a more current one from 1980. We have a mining activity in Indonesia until 2018. So by this kind of connection and research further, in the future, we can expand the research and connection to other industries, such as, for example, like the coal, sugar, and forestry. So we can see each industry can have a connection to the world. So let's work together. So currently, you can see the Taiwan's root of industrial heritage, and we hope all of our partners can also work on your industrial heritage roots and some different cases. Then we can fulfill the gap in Asia network. Then we're following the e-commerce and Tiki and Aries operation guide, and this could be an important industrial heritage network to illustrate the development of industrial heritage and build up the connection among Asia. So we hope through this new dimension of a conservation policy of industrial heritage, they can become a showcase for industrial heritage, connecting site, history, memory, production techniques, and the modern life in Asia and globally. And also, this route can generate some more tourism development and local economy. So this is our goal, and this is our effort. Okay, so let's work together. And we look forward for your participation to join us and build up our database to fulfill the ANI network and some further practical cooperation on site in the near future. Thank you very much.